What's going on YouTube? So today's video we're going to be sharing with you 15 desk accessories that I recommend for you guys to grab. Most likely you won't have at least one of these items. If you do, then wow, you're a baller. Give me some money. If you don't, drop a like on the video so I know you guys enjoyed the video. So let's jump straight into it. We're going to go into the number one spot. The number one item I recommend you guys actually check out is an ESR MagSafe 2-in-1. It retails for under 50 bucks. You can simultaneously charge your AirPods as well as your iPhone at the same time with MagSafe. Both of them have MagSafe capabilities on it, so magnets on both sides. It also has a cryogenic boost. It'll cool down your iPhone at the same time. That way it's able to give us fast and consistent charge at the same time, keeping your phone cool as well as the device itself. That's a very, very good game changer. There is a button on the bottom that you can actually use to turn on and off this feature, which is very helpful, as well as an LED indicator to tell you if it's charging the devices when you have them docked into their station. So this device, like I mentioned before, you can tilt this. Is very well built, has an aluminum enclosure as well as some polycarbonate. I believe it only comes in one color, maybe two. But for right now, it's in a white colorway and it looks really nice. It's definitely a game changer when it comes to editing videos or doing some side work on the side. You can have your phone charging, and as well as you can like navigate it easily on the side while it's charging at the same time, which is really nice. And the cable management helps even better, so you don't have to keep plugging in your phone every single time. All right, so the second item we actually have on here is a USB hub. So whether you're on MacBook or Windows, because you can charge your devices, do data transferring, you can do a bunch of different things on a USB hub that allows you to plug in multiple different devices, power multiple different devices all at once, which is really helpful. This is a 10-in-1, I believe, that I have. It has an Ethernet port. It has 3 USB-A port 2.0s, as well as 4 USB 3.0 ports, as well as 2 Type-C ports, which are able to capably charge and data transfer at a higher, faster rate, which is really helpful when you're using a SSD or something like crazy fast. It's nice. I also do have a monitor light bar, which I'm able to power on through this device really, really seamlessly, which I really appreciate. All of these do have on and off buttons, so you can actually turn on each and every device separately, which actually comes in clutch whenever you need to turn off certain devices if you're not using them, such as like if I had my microphone plugged in and I'm not using it and I don't want the LED lights to be on or the microphone active at all, then I could just press and hold the power button and it won't be active at all. It does have an additional power source, so your devices will be always on and running basically whenever they need to be, such as if I wanted my monitor light bar to be powered on and I don't want to plug it into my computer just to use it, I don't have to. I could just keep it plugged in with the power AC. That comes in number 3, which is the monitor light bar that I've been using for about 2 years now, I believe. It has RGB on the back as well as a multi-Kelvin temperature on the front, and that actually is able to be dimmed if you press and hold for a couple seconds. It'll auto dim, and then you can also press and hold again to brighten it up, and it gets really, really bright and as well as really, really dim. This is good for whenever you're working and you need to see text on a paper, or you need to write something out, write a letter, you need to find something on your table. I don't know, it just looks really good. It's very helpful. It's honestly the number one thing that I've been using so many times on late night gaming sessions. You don't have to have a bunch of lights on in your room. You just have this one light on and it's a game changer. It's USB powered. It has a magnetic little attachment on there, which has actually fallen off several times. I had to use my own tape and it keeps falling off sometimes. That's probably the only downside to this, because the magnet adhesive isn't as good. The magnet itself is strong, but the magnet adhesive on that goes to the monitor is a little bit too weak. Now it is capable of handling a curved monitor, which is what I use on a daily, a 30-inch curved monitor, and it looks really sleek, really modern, and it actually gives off a lot of light, which is nice. So thankfully I'm able to use that. The RGB, however, you can long press and change through several different modes. I think there's like 50 plus different colors and modes that are able to cycle through. I don't use them, but it's there if you want to have some ambient light go bouncing off the back of your wall or something like that. It's very helpful, and it is pretty bright as well. All that for like less than 30 bucks is a game changer, so I recommend that one as well. We're gonna go to number 4, which is an Echo Show. Now this goes Pretty much with a lot of setups, you can have it as a smart assistant. It's the whole brains of the operation, I like to call it. So you basically have your date, your time, it's a clock, just normal like that. You can have pictures as a slideshow. You have a bunch of different opportunities and things to do with this device. You can also use it as, like I said before, a smart assistant, so you can turn on and off certain devices or functions within your room or your household, which is really helpful. I use it on a daily basis, literally every single day, whenever I need to set timers, whenever I need to turn on and off lights, whenever I need to say I'm recording, I can say I'm recording and it'll automatically do a bunch of different scenes and functions all at once without having to lift a finger. So that's a very game changer. It does have a built-in camera, so you can actually call different family members, drop in on them, and basically FaceTime them through your Echo Show. If your hands are full, it stands right there. The camera quality is fair. The microphone's pretty good as well. The Echo Show 5, which is a 5-inch version basically, but they do have multiple options available. The 5-inch is the more budget-friendly option, even though it's retailing for about $80 to $90. But they do have other options available, like the Echo Show 10 or the Echo Show Max, whatever, the biggest possible version, the one that follows you around whenever you're FaceTiming, which are the more expensive ones. But this one is good for a desk setup because it's small, minimal, gives you a screen, gives you the date and time clock and everything else like that. Sounds good as well if you decide to use it on Spotify, which I do use it on Spotify a lot. So whenever I need to, listen to music or whatever, just chill. It sounds decent enough. It has a decent amount of bass. It's nothing mind-blowing, but it is good to have that on there, and it's cool that you can just play music straight off from it. Next up, we have the 3D panels. So I recently added these to my setup. I only added 6, but you can put on adhesive on the back, stick it to pretty much any flat surface or any surface in general. You can basically cover a full wall with these. You can get a 30-pack, a 50-pack. There's a bunch of different versions available that you can get. Right now, like I mentioned before, I only have 6, but it instantly improves. It makes it look more professional, more modern, as opposed to having just a basic white wall. You don't have to paint the wall. It's not like a film where you just put it over and it looks kind of tacky. This looks pretty good. I'm not even lying. And I've had it on there for a very long time, probably 6 months to almost a year. Any events that go on, any sales that might go on, I highly recommend this stuff. Next up, we have this woven kind of clothy material. It's a desk pad desk pad. It's about 10 to 15 bucks. You can get it for under $20. There's different sizes available, different colors as well. I have the dark gray version here. It's easy to clean. It has rubber on the bottom, so it doesn't move anywhere. You can put drinks on it technically, and it'll be perfectly fine. It's super, super nice. It's better than the leather ones or the gamer RGB ones, to be honest. It's way better than those. It's just more classy of a look. It goes really, really well with any setup possible. And yeah, it'll last you a very, very long time. That's a bonus on it because it's easy to clean. Next up, we have some plants or succulents. Now you can get fake plants or you can get real plants. Depends on you. There's actually plants out there that you're able to use on your setup and actually, it's like real plants that you can maintenance and do all that, which is really good. It's actually calming, gives you a nice routine and stuff like that whenever you're going into work, whenever you're just at your desk. Really, you can get a real plant and just plant it, water it every day, feed it every day, do all that. That's what I recommend. I would recommend a lot of people get bonsai trees, which are very popular. You get a Lego one, I don't know. You can build a Lego succulent, anything like that, which is really good if you have it on your desk setup, or you can have it on shelves, which is another option on this list. So the number 8 spot, I believe, is the shelves. Now this one I got on Amazon. It's not made out of real wood. It's kind of a fake wood, which makes it a little bit cheaper, but it's on Amazon, so it's quick shipping and stuff like that. They look good. They get the job done. They're just shelves. They're not meant to hold heavy stuff. They're meant to hold kind of like knickknacks and stuff like that. For me, I have my succulent on there. I have some books there. I have a Funko Pop. I also have some brands that I collaborated with. I was trying to make this like a hat wall thing. Like I was trying to start a hat wall where I had a bunch of hats, from different companies that I've collaborated with, which I still want to do. So if you're a company watching this, send me a hat with your logo on it and I'll gladly put it up for display. That's what that shelves are. You can put anything on it. It's off of the desk itself, but it gives a nice effect and a nice look to your room as well. 9, I believe, or 8 is a air purifier. You want to have an air purifier so you can actually breathe better air. I always tell people this because it's very important to breathe really clean air. Depending on where you are, it might vary, but you know, everyone likes cleaner air. They should, hopefully. If they don't, you're crazy. It not only gets rid of bad, horrible smells, it also makes it just feel better. It makes you feel better, like inside and out, because you're breathing in good air. You're not having as much congestion if you have asthma or whatever, because it's gonna take out a bunch of that dust or whatever that causes asthma. You know, or I'm not an asthma expert, so don't go after me. But you know, it does take out the stuff that's in the air that actually causes your asthma to mess up and whatever, you know, start acting up, kind of like pollen or whatever, you know, the stuff that are outside. It'll capture that. It'll make it so it's cleaner, easier to breathe. The filter life is about 6 months to a year, depending on your usage. I'm actually have to replace it right now, so I'm going to buy a filter on Prime Day so I can replace that filter. But you know, it lasts a very long time, and I'm very happy about that. It's a game changer. The next one I like to recommend is some coasters. So I do have these little vinyl coasters. You come in a 6-pack, you get for about $5 to $6. Very, very inexpensive. You can see I've actually used this one in particular very, very long time. But you can put any of your drinks on that, any ice cold drinks basically, or any beverages that are in like a glass bottle or whatever. Instead of having a bunch of little circles or rings on your desk, it's just better to have a coaster. Gets rid of those rings, makes your setup a lot more nicer, and you don't have to clean up those rings every so often, and it's just way better. So I recommend getting that. They do have vinyl records. You can actually get custom ones as well, and I believe some of these actually can play real music on it. That's what I've been told. I don't know if it's true because I haven't tried it, but some of these actually do play the real music if you get the right ones. I'm not too sure if this one specifically plays it, but I know some of them actually do. Next up, we have a monitor riser. So I recently got this, and it's my favorite thing in my whole setup right now. So I recently switched from 2 monitors to 1 monitor. Because I got my MacBook, I don't really need 2 monitors anymore because I had a Mac Mini before. So I got rid of 1 monitor. I got a monitor riser so I don't have to look down whenever I'm gaming or whatever. So this monitor makes it so that I'm eye level to my monitor, as well as it gives me space and storage underneath the monitor. That way I don't have a bunch of cluttering stuff on my desk. I could just store it there or hide it behind the little divider in the back. So this thing is amazing. I believe it comes in multiple different colors. I got the kind of grayish, light grayish one, which still looks really nice. It's very easy to set up. It probably took about 10 minutes to actually set up. Whenever I got this, it was very, very quick and convenient. The quality on it is pretty good actually, for it being about $30, I believe I paid. 30 to $40. It was really inexpensive, which comes to my next point, cable management net. In the beginning of the year, I had a huge issue when it came to cables underneath my desk and just a bunch of cable mess in the beginning of the year. It was terrible. So I invested into a cable management net, and that completely eliminated the need to be able to pick up all the cables all the time. This cable management net is easy to manage. It's easy to add more cables. It's easy to take out cables. It's super, super convenient. You don't have to babysit the cables, basically, you know, like fully cable manage it. You can either shove everything all under the net. You don't have to touch anything, you know, just the lazy way, which is what I did. I'm not even going to lie. Or you can, you know, have little Velcro straps and tie them all together and make it all neat and pretty, whatever. But for me, I just went the lazy route because, you know, that's what a lot of people will do. It's convenient. It's very convenient. Next up we have is a microphone boom arm. So this is the one I'm using right now, actually. It's by Beatram, and I have a bunch of uses on it as well. You can actually use this as an overhead shot as well, like I've done it in the past before. In this video, I have some B-roll of just, you know, some stuff on it, but this is an amazing microphone boom arm. It has multiple uses, like I mentioned before. You can hang up your headphones on the bottom. You can hang up to, I believe, 3. It has cable management as well. You can adjust, you know, how you want to have it anchored and whatever. You can have your microphone on it. You can have actually other stuff plugged into this as well, like lighting equipment or stuff like that. Even a camera on it as well. There's a bunch of different uses on it, and it's very helpful. I had a C clamp on the top, and I could able to have multiple camera angles as well. So it's really, really convenient. It's only like 50, 60 bucks. It's kind of similar to the Blue Yeti one. In my opinion, it's about the same. It's not as sleek as the Blue Yeti one, but it looks really nice. So I really give them props for that. I had to pay this one out of pocket, so it was my decision to get it and is much needed. Next up is the Godox ES30 light. So the light I'm using right now, it's not even all the way up. It's barely at like 30%. So that's what the lighting is. And it's very easy on the eyes, so I can look at it and it's perfectly fine. It's able to light up, any subject. Right now I have it a little bit too high. I'll have to adjust it, but it's very, very bright. It's very, very soft diffusion. It has a power adapter. It has a little stand on it as well, the C clamp that has ability to adjust however you want. It's very nice. It's honestly one of my favorite lights that I've ever gotten in a while, actually, besides this one, the big one, but that one's super expensive. This is lighting on a budget for streamers or gamers, YouTube content creators, just like I'm doing right now. Very, very, very helpful. So that's what I want to talk about. It goes all the way up to 100%, but like I mentioned before, I usually never go above 30%, 50%. It's super, super bright. So it gets to that, what you need. It has an app, so you can turn on and off. Through Bluetooth, you can change the Kelvin temperature from 2300, I believe, all the way up to 5600 Kelvin temperature, which is really good. So you can go really, really warm or really, really cold. Very bright. You can turn it on and off by pressing the back once. You can sync it up with the other button. Just press and hold. Very nice as well. Comes with everything. It comes with everything you need for like less than 150 bucks. It might be at 100. But it's really, really inexpensive. Next up we have is the Brgy Mini Vacuum. So this Brgy Mini Vacuum is good for taking care of your setup, keeping it clean, as well as multiple uses as well. I actually use this on the air filters. You've seen me use it on multiple videos. I've used it on my Core 600S as well as my Core 300S air purifier. The filter itself, it's able to take off all the dust and stuff like that. So it's good to manage filters. It's good to manage a bunch of stuff. It also does have an air duster, which I believe is at 1000 dpi, which is really helpful because you can actually air dust a bunch of dust around the area if you need to quickly just get your setup kind of clean really, really quickly. You can do that. Obviously you're pushing dust off to other areas, but it's quick, so it gets the job done. You can even use this on your keyboard to get crumbs or dust out of your keyboard, whatever. It's really, really amazing. It's USB-C rechargeable. You can recharge it with USB-C cable. That is included. It has multiple different accessory attachments. I only use the 2 that I've shown in this video, but they do have, I believe, 4 attachments, which is really helpful. You can use this in your car to air dust some stuff out, to vacuum some stuff out. It's very, very good when it comes to that. And it's pretty powerful. It lasts a long time as well. I rarely have to charge it. I believe that's everything we have here. So if you guys want to check anything out in the link description, I will leave links in the description down below. Without further ado, guys, let me know which one was your favorite. If you guys want to see a part 2 of more options available, I will see you guys on another video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. We out.